So I'm here in Kuwait. I'm in Kuwait City. It's the only city in Kuwait. Yeah, so outside it's like 52 degrees, something crazy like that. So if I look sunburned, that's because of just walking from where I'm staying to the car. Luckily I've got a driver for the day. I've got a driver and he doesn't speak any English, but I've managed to put into the Google Maps where we're going. We're going to a place called Marina Mall, which is going to go to a few shopping malls and just show you around the place a little bit. After the Marina Mall, I'm going to be going to the Kuwait Towers, which is some of the biggest buildings in the country, and there's like a big globe-like rotating viewing deck, so that should be pretty cool. Not somewhere that all that many foreigners come to. There's not too much tourism, so it's not somewhere that too many people will probably see. But if I show you outside a bit, you'll be able to see it's kind of just what you expect of a Middle Eastern Arab country with an amazing skyline over there, which you can hopefully make out on the camera. Yeah, so it's an interesting place to come to, and yeah, I'm just going to pop into the mall and show you what to find. Managed to find somewhere with some AC. It's probably like 25 degrees in here or something, because it's literally 25 degrees cooler than outside. It feels actually cold, which is pretty good. So yeah, the malls here, I mean, they're pretty much the same as all the malls anywhere else, but the thing that I've noticed is luxury goods are just absolutely everywhere. So there's like watch shops, like real high-end kind of places, you know. You've got a lot of your big brands, that kind of thing. This apparently isn't one of the higher end malls, but just it's in a nice setting, which is why I thought I'd come here. So I'll turn the camera around a little bit when I'm walking around and show you the kind of place that it is. I found my favourite named shop, Athlete's Foot. I don't know if that's a Western brand. I hope it isn't, and I hope they don't realise what Athlete's Foot is. I thought that's when the skin falls off your foot, but I hope that's just been lost in translation. It'd be brilliant if it is. I won't buy any trainers from there. Thing you'll notice loads of, there's coffee shops everywhere. There's a real sort of coffee culture here, well, not just in Kuwait but in the Middle East. There's coffee shops, all your Western brands like your Starbucks. There's also Costa Coffee, which I think is English. I mean, there's loads of them in England. So Costa there behind me. So this is in a Costa Coffee. All the prices probably seem really cheap because the Kuwaiti dirham is the strongest currency in the world. So it's not that cheap. It's actually about the same price, or maybe a little bit more than what you pay in the UK. But you've got all the same choices though, so it's yeah, nice and convenient, a little taste of home for you if you like a Costa Coffee. I'll also add there's zero language barrier if you speak English, because all the staff here are Filipino and they all speak perfect English. So you have no problem if you're an English speaker. So I just bought a blueberry muffin and then a large ice matcha latte, which I think is kind of like just a green ice green tea. This cost me 3 dirham 30, so 330 KD. I think 330 KD is about £9, so it's a bit more expensive than what you pay in the UK, but not too much more. And if you consider where we are, I mean, if you turn around there, you can see the marina in the background. It's a really nice setting, and they've got some Wi-Fi, which is good for me because I haven't got any mobile data. So when you cross over the road, you get to the back end of this Marina Mall, and there's just loads of coffee shops, all looking over the marina. So behind me this way, you've got the marina with all the boats, which I'm going to try and get up close to. Yeah, and you can sit outside. I mean, nobody is doing because it's so hot. I mean, it's like I said, 50 degrees. I sat outside in the shade a bit, but it's still, yeah, it still feels hot. But yeah, you got some pretty nice places to come and sit. So see how close I can get to some of these boats. Turn the camera around, you can see there's some I mean, there's absolutely loads of them. The big ones seem to be down the far end. So Let's see if we can see some of the nice ones. I'm not sure if there's any that you would call full-on super yachts, but from the road I could see some which didn't exactly look, they weren't exactly small. So yeah, let's see what we can find. So down at the end next to where the shopping mall was, they were like the smaller boats that, I don't know exactly what they cost, probably in normal kind of amounts of money, that maybe, you know, your 50,000, 100,000 kind of thing in pounds. So expensive boats, but I mean, nothing that's completely unaffordable. We come down the end and we end up getting to these. Yeah, that's, I think that is what you call a super yacht. And there's not just one of them. There's a load behind which we can't quite see. They won't let me go down onto the, actually onto the harbour, but I mean, as you can see, they're not exactly yeah, let's just say they're out of budget. I'll see if I can get close. If I go right to the end, they said that I can walk in this bit, sort of where the car park is, but actually to go onto that bit down there, you're not allowed to go. Understandably, I mean, these boats must cost absolutely like tens of millions, you know. It's crazy. It's private. Okay, but am I okay here?
Sit down, no, stand up, no, go, no, photo, no.
Okay, so cannot here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I just want to see the boats. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. From up there, the sea looks really calm. Get down here. There's some big waves on there. I mean, it is quite windy. You can feel like there's sort of sandstorms, you know. And yeah, if you look behind me, some. Yeah, some amazing boats there. Then the biggest one is that one there. I mean, it's got two big radar things on top of it. Pretty impressive. But since it's 50 degrees, I'm going to get back into the shopping mall so I can cool off a bit. There's only so long you can spend out here, even with the sea breeze. So yeah, that was the marina. I'm coming back into the mall now. I'm just boiling hot after being outside for a bit. It's unbelievable how hot you get even in the shade. The cool thing is though, everywhere's got some serious air conditioning. So I've come back in the mall. You can probably see behind me, there's all the all your usual Western franchises. You know, there's the Krispy Kremes, Baskin Robbins, mainly sort of your American brands, but you know, there's others as well. So yeah, you've got all the creature comforts you'd expect. So if you wanted to come to a Middle Eastern country and didn't want to go to the usual, you know, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, yeah, you could come here. And this, now I'm going to cross over the road, because the marina's on one side of the road, the mall's on the other. And this is the bridge. And I guess this is what a bridge ends up looking like when your country has got a ocean of cash sitting underneath it. I mean, I think it's the richest country in the world by quite a few metrics. Let's just show you outside here. You can see there, everything's really, you know, really nice. So yeah, there's a lot of really nice places here, and Marina Mall is one of them. So I'm back in the car, back in the air conditioning. It's like so hot outside, so I'm always glad to be back in here. I think it's like 25 in here, but it just feels nice. All down the marina front is like just really nice. I'll turn the camera around. You can just see sort of the tops of the boats there. There's some huge boats where I've just been walking down. And we're just going to drive now down from here down to the Kuwait Towers, which is like the emblem of the country, like the most famous sort of buildings, a real landmark of the country. So I'm at the Kuwaiti Towers, and when you're driving around the city, you see them, they don't look that big, they don't kind of look like skyscrapers, and I think it's because they taper off at the end, but you can probably tell now I'm right next to them. I'm guessing it comes across on camera. They are absolutely huge. I'd have to find out. I'll put it on the screen how tall they are. They're pretty big. And the domes on them, I mean, it's really unusual. The domes are enormous. And yeah, I've got a ticket. It was 3 KD, which is like £7, £58, maybe 10 US dollars, something like that. So I'm gonna go up to the top. Yeah, I should be able to get a real panoramic view from there. It looks pretty amazing from here. So let's see what we find. So when you come inside, there's a lift that takes you up to the top. and then when you go up here, you're greeted with this amazing view. On the bit below where this observation deck was, there's a restaurant. It's actually in the separate globe. There's an international restaurant, and then there's a Japanese buffet type restaurant, which sounded great. I didn't go in there, but I was just up here in the viewing deck, and yeah, it's like a big rotating globe thing, so you get some amazing views, and everything in here was reasonably priced as well. I bought a little smoothie, and it was 0.75 KD, so like less than £2, and there's snacks and things. So yeah, you could come up here and sit and have a little snack as well if you wanted to have a cheaper day out than going into the restaurant. And yeah, I've filmed a bit of it. I couldn't use proper cameras in here, they only allowed you to film on a phone, so I've not got any particularly brilliant footage, but you can see the movement there of the globe. It's yeah, just a pretty interesting place to be, and you can really see pretty much all of Kuwait City. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, leave a comment if you've been to Kuwait, and tell us what other interesting places there are to see, so I might come back at some point in the future. Yeah, thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.